We bring you some very devastating news this morning. The great and majestic King Hamlet was found dead in his garden. There is not much known on the nature of his death, but it was speculated that it was the venom from a snake. King Hamlet was a powerful and well-respected ruthless leader who will never be forgotten. We can assume that the heir to the throne, Prince Hamlet, will take over and defend our country for any danger that will come.
Stephen here live at the scene of the lunar eclipse, which is thought to have occurred because of the passing of King Hamlet. Could this be history repeating itself? Just like when Julius Caesar passed. Oh wait, I see it now.
Just received footage from the security tapes outside the castle.
I am thy father's spirit.
It appears that this figure is the apparition of King Hamlet. The watchmen believe that that is the King Hamlet because it was wearing his gear of war. Why is King Hamlet returned to Dagmar? This we may never know.
Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Today, I'm here to talk about a very serious problem.
Girl problems.
Did you have girl problems when you were younger?
Because we had girl problems.
You ever tried it? Baby, my love feels like diarrhea. I just can't hold it in.
Is your name Gillette? Because you're the best a man can get.
What?
As you can see, we were not the smoothest with the ladies.
Until one thing changed that forever.
And that one thing is...
Happy's Handbook!
Hi, welcome to the Shakespeare Review. I'm Anita.
I'm Taryn.
And I'm Monica.
Today our entire segment is all about the royal family. We will be showing a clip of King Claudius' speech to the people of Denmark.
Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and that it us befitted to bear our hearts in grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet, so far hath discretion fought with nature, that we with wisest sorrow think on him, together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore, our sometime sister and our queen, the imperial jointress to this warlike state, have we, as 'twere with a defeated joy, with one auspicious and one dropping eye, with mirth in funeral and with dirge in marriage, in equal scale weighing delight and dole, taken to wife. Nor have we herein barred your better wisdoms, which have freely gone with this affair along, for all our thanks. Now, follows that you know. Young Fortinbras, holding a weak supposal of our worth, or thinking by our late dear brother's death, our state to be disjoint and out of frame, he hath not failed to pester us with message importing the surrender of those lands lost by his father with all bonds of law to our most valiant brother. So much for him. Thus much the business is, we have here writ to Norway, uncle of young Fortinbras, that he suppress his nephew's further march and threatening enterprise against our state. And we here dispatch you, good Cornelia, and Voltimand, as our ambassadors to old Norway.
In that and in all things we show our duty.
We doubted nothing. Heartily farewell.
It really seems like King Claudius is taking control of our country. He seems to be handling the death of his brother well and is helping everyone recover from it.
It really does. Like, he's done grieving over the death of his brother, and he's trying to help the rest of the country get over his death as well. But doesn't it seem weird that he got the throne over Prince Hamlet?
Weird? That's a little more than weird. He's already marrying his dead brother's wife. Who does that?
Well, that is kind of strange.
Are you kidding me? He's just trying to move on with his life and show the rest of the country that it's okay to move on too, including Gertrude. Moving on? That's more like moving in, and if anything, he's only trying to help Gertrude move on to him.
Whoa, let's keep it PG on this show. That's not the only thing he said in his speech. How about the thing with Fortinbras? Why does he think our country is so weak?
Because when King Hamlet were here, nobody wanted to attack because they knew that they were going to lose. But with King Claudius in charge, he doesn't seem all that powerful, like King Hamlet.
Well, he did send a letter to Fortinbras' uncle warning him what would happen if Fortinbras attacked.
Ooh, a letter. There's nothing compared to what King Hamlet would have done. And I'm sure if Prince Hamlet was on the throne, that he would have followed in his father's footsteps.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking of Prince Hamlet, how do you think he feels about this entire situation?
Well, it seems like King Claudius is trying to be a father figure for Hamlet.
Like Hamlet said, a little more than kin and less than kind. His uncle is trying to be more family than he actually is, and his uncle is not his father.
And why would King Claudius even ask Hamlet why he's upset? Obviously he is upset, and it's his way of coping by wearing black clothes.
And for Gertrude to request that Hamlet stops grieving and to get over his father's death and say that all that lives must die and pass through nature to eternity is even more ridiculous.
Yeah, you're right. Hamlet isn't just wearing black clothes to show people that he is upset. He really is upset. He can tell when others are acting, and he is definitely not acting.
Hamlet is so sweet to mourn over his father, just like his father did for his, and so on.
Well, eventually after a death, you have to get over it, like Claudius said. But I would definitely be mourning over my father's death, just like Hamlet.
Yeah, he should still be mourning. And who is Claudius to question his manhood? It's not childish to cry over your father.
Obviously, Hamlet is still upset about his father's death. It's only been 2 months. And it's hard for him to see how much his father cared for his mother, and she moved on so quickly. That's just not right.
Alright, well, enough with Claudius. Let's move on to the next hot topic, discussing the famous couple, Prince Hamlet and his girlfriend, Ophelia, right after this break.
Do you ever dream of being liked by everyone?
Being wealthy?
And feeling accomplished?
Well, Ben has what it takes to be successful.
But
It's a secret.
Ben's secret.
Welcome back. Some of you may question Hamlet's intentions of courting a girl who's not from the same royal background, but let's hear it from Ophelia herself. That's what
Hi, thank you for having me, and thank you for joining us today. So, with the situation at home between you and Hamlet, how does your brother feel about this? He feels strongly that Hamlet can only marry someone of royal descent. He's a public figure and he's constantly going to be judged about the choices he makes, including his choice of wife.
Well, we can't disagree with him, can we?
No, we can't.
Some other sources have said that Polonius, your father, agrees with him. Is that true?
Yeah, it is true. He believes Hamlet is after Maeve.
Well, truthfully, nobody can really know what will happen between what Hamlet's intentions are, but all we can do is hope for the best between you two.
Thanks, that means a lot.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us, Ophelia, and thanks for watching our show.
See you next time on Shakespeare's View.
Young Fortinbras is planning to avenge his father now that King Hamlet is dead, and there's no threat stopping him. Now the castle is on a high lockdown, and there are guards all around the castle to ensure the royal family's safety.
No, Hamlet, don't go.
No, I gotta do this.
Horatio, what were you warning Hamlet about?
I was trying to tell him to not go off with the ghost alone. We do not know who this ghost is or what his true intentions are.
But it's only a ghost. How much harm could a ghost cause?
He can lead Hamlet to his death or draw him to madness, causing harm to himself or others.
Well, it sounds like Hamlet could be in real danger. But let's hope for the best. Now back to Taryn and Scott at the studio.
Thanks, Anita, for the update. Now let's go to another interesting thing.
What's that?
Have you seen the front page of the local newspaper?
Oh, as a matter of fact, I did not receive one this morning. Wow, it's so funny.
Well, there's this really great political cartoon on it that I find hysterical.
Oh, really? You have it? I'd really like to see it.
Yeah, it's right here.
Wow, that is pretty funny. They're expressing the appearance of the ghost of King Hamlet as Uncle Sam.
Haha, yeah, check out what's written on his hat, too. It says, "Avenge me."
I think that someone's in big trouble. Whoever King Hamlet is after, I think he is sending Prince Hamlet to do his dirty work. But what is that snake on the picture for? Does somebody else know something?
Yeah, I feel sorry for that guy, and yeah, it sure looks like it. The picture is by an anonymous author, and it looks to me like they're trying to tell the public that someone is acting sneaky like a snake towards the belated king.
That snake is probably King Claudius. It's kind of strange that he's become the king and taken over.
I wonder if Gertrude's not such a good girl herself. Maybe she was with King Claudius before King Hamlet died, and now King Hamlet returns asking his son to fix things.
Yeah, that is a good point. I guess we'll never know. I hope Hamlet is handling this situation well and won't do any harm to his mother, or if his father's ghost is actually commanding him orders.
Yeah, I hope so. We're out of time, though. Let's talk more about this when we get future updates. See you next time on Channel 9 News.
Thank you.